Good morning, students. Today we are going to talk about the microsporogenesis process. Firstly, we will talk about the archaeosporium. Either one hypodermal cell at the apex region of nucellus, which is located inside the ovule, divided by unequal mitosis division into two cells. It means hypodermic cells of nucellus, which is located towards micropyle and divided into unequal mitosis division and forms two cells. First, outer parietal cell and second, inner primary sporogenous cell. Outer parietal cell form a variable number of walls. It means outer integument and inner integument, which are the covering of nucellus. Inner primary sporogenous cells does not divide and act as directly megaspore mother cell MMC. It means germ cells of ovule. Now, there is a question: where is megaspore mother cell formed? Answer: megaspore mother cell is formed in the hypodermal region of nucellus at the micropylar end of ovule. Let's see MMC process. It is the nucellus structure and it is diploid cell group located inside the ovule and surrounded by outer integument and inner integument. One hypodermal cell of nucellus increase cytoplasmic contents and converted into archaeospore cells. These archaeospore cells divided by unequal mitosis division and form two cells, one outer cell or upper parietal cell and second lower and inner primary sporogenous cell. Parietal cell form a variable number of walls and primary sporogenous cells converted into megaspore mother cell. Now, megasporogenesis. Genesis means formation. Megaspore means ovule. The formation of haploid megaspores from a diploid megaspore mother cell MMC through meiosis division is called megasporogenesis. The first meiosis division of megaspore mother cell is always transverse and forming a dyad of cells. It means two cell group of megaspores. Second meiosis division is also transverse and forming a linear tetrad of four megaspores. It means linear tetrad stage of megaspores and linear tetrad of megaspores is most common form in plants and its arrangement is T-shaped or isobilateral. It may also invert T-shaped. Generally, in tetrad stage of megaspores, the lowermost megaspore is functional and developed into embryo sac or female gametophyte, but remaining 3 megaspores degenerate and being consumed for nutrition by functional megaspore. Due to consuming nutrition of remaining 3 megaspores, functional megaspore become large sized. Let's see diagrammatic process. Megaspore mother cell MMC, which is in diploid stage. Meiosis first division take place in this and form 2 dyad megaspores, haploid. After this, meiosis second division take place and form 4 haploid linear tetrad megaspores. And this type of arrangement is called as isobilateral, but all 4 megaspores are non-functional. Only lowermost megaspore is functional. Remaining 3 megaspores are degenerate and their cytoplasmic content consumed by functional megaspores. Due to this, size of functional megaspore is increased. It means one MMC form 4 megaspores, but one MMC forms only one functional megaspores, which only converted into female gametophyte. Other 3 are degenerate. But in anthers, one pollen grain mother cells form 4 tetrad microspores and all microspores are functional. It means number of pollen grains are more than ovules, but size of pollen grains is small comparatively ovule. Now, we are going to talk about the development of female gametophyte or embryo sac. Female gametophyte generally develop from a single megaspore which is in functional form. Therefore, it is monosporic development. It means one functional megaspore converted into female gametophyte. It is called monosporic development of female gametophyte. Let's see the process of female gametophyte development. It is the functional megaspore which is formed by megaspore mother cell. Upper end is chelazal end and lower end is micropyle, and it is located in the ovule. Functional megaspore undergoes 3 free nuclear mitotic division. It means functional megaspore divided 3 times by mitosis division and form 8 nucleated and 7 celled structure, which is called embryo sac or female gametophyte. Initially, megaspore nucleus divided into two nucleus by mitosis first division. There is only in nuclear division, not in cytoplasmic contents. After this, two-celled stage divided by mitosis second and forms 4 nuclei, and these nuclei are moved opposite poles. Resultant two nuclei are located each pole. After this, third mitosis division take place in these nucleus and form 8 nucleus in the megaspore. In this, one nucleus from each pole, one nucleus from chelagial end and one nucleus from micropyle end move central part and fused and form a two polar nuclei or secondary nuclei, and these two fused nucleus surrounded by a cell membrane, then it represents a single cell and called as central cell. The other three nuclei located at each pole get surrounded by cytoplasm and form 3 cells each pole side. Thus, the female gametophyte is formed and it have 7 cells, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 6 and 1 in central region 7 and 8 nucleated structure. 3 cells which are located on the chelagial end are called as antipodial cells and it have 3 nucleus. 3 cells which are located at the micropyle end, it have 3 nucleus, and in the central region one central cell is located and it contains 2 nucleus, and these 2 nucleus are called as polar nuclei or secondary nuclei. Now, structure of female gametophyte or embryo sac diagram. Embryo sac is a 7-celled and 8 nucleated structure. It has 3 antipodial cells at the chelagial end, 3 egg apparatus cells, it means 2 synergid and 1 egg cell and 1 central cell. In synergid cells, filiform apparatus, a finger-like projection is found. It's called filiform apparatus. It helps to pollen tube entry inside the embryo sac. Above the synergid cell, egg cell is located and it is the female gamete. Nucleus of egg cell is female gamete So egg cell, synergy cell and filiform apparatus combinedly form a egg apparatus, and egg apparatus located at the micropyle end. Embryo sac generally contains 7 cells. In this, one large cell is called central cell, and 3 cell group is present on micropyle end, which is called egg apparatus, and 3 cell group is present on chelachal end, which is called antipodial cells. And all 7 cells are interconnected through plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata is a bridge-like structure. It means cytoplasmic bridge, and it's have pits or pore through which cytoplasmic contents pass out between the cells. Now we will talk about the egg apparatus. Egg apparatus is a group of 3 micropylar end cells, and these cells are arranged in the form of a triangle with a middle egg cell and 2 synergid cells. It means 2 synergid cells and 1 egg cell form egg apparatus. On the synergid cells, finger-like structure present, which is called filiform apparatus. What is the function of filiform apparatus? It helps to the pollen tube for male gamete entry, and 2 synergid cells, which are also known as helper cells or accessory cells of egg apparatus, and their function is absorption of nutrition and pass pollen tube in the embryo sac. It means filiform apparatus and synergid cells help to the pollen tube entry, and it breaks the apical part of pollen tube, resultant 2 male gametes move inside the embryo sac for fertilization. A middle egg cell represents the female gamete, which is formed zygote after fertilization. After entry of pollen tube through synergid cells, 2 male gametes are entered in the embryo sac. Then, at the time of fertilization, 1 male gamete fuse to egg cell and form diploid zygote. After this, zygote develop into embryo, and embryo convert into seed. So, egg cell is the main cell of embryo sac, which form seed. Remaining 1 male gamete is fused to pollen nucleus and form a triploid structure, which is known as endosperm, and function of endosperm is provide nutrition to developing zygote. Antipodial cells functions are not known yet, and synergid cells help to pollen tube. After formation of zygote and endosperm, antipodial cells and synergid cells are destroyed. Inside the embryo sac only endosperm and zygote are located. Central cell has 2 nucleus, and it is surrounded by a membrane, and it is the only diploid cell in the embryo sac. Egg cell is haploid. Now, this chapter has been completed. Thank you. Now, we are going to start the next chapter, that is pollination, fertilization and development of endosperm and embryo. Firstly, we will talk about the pollination. Pollination is defined as the process of transfer of pollen grains from an anther to the stigma of a same flower or of different flower. For pollination, release of pollen grains from pollen sac is must. So, depending upon genetic similarity and dissimilarity between an anther and stigma, pollination is of two types. First, self-pollination and second one, cross-pollination. Now, we will talk about the self-pollination. If the pollen grains are transferred from an anther to the stigma of the same flower or different flower on the same plant, then this process is called as self-pollination. Self-pollination is classified into two types, autogamy and geitonogamy. Now, first type of self-pollination, autogamy. When pollen grains transferred to stigma of same flower, means flower is pollinated by its own pollen grains. For example, this type of pollination occurs in pea plant because pea plant is a bisexual. In this, cleistogamy condition is found. It means its flowers are always remain closed, never open. So, pollen grain of pea flower land on its stigma. Second, geitonogamy. When pollen grains of a flower are transferred to stigma of a different flower on the same plant. This type of pollination is called as geitonogamy. Thus, pollination occurs between two flowers present on the same plant. For example, in cucurbita plant flower, it means cucurbitaceae family members like cucumber. Note: from genetic point of view, geitonogamy is equivalent to self-pollination because all flowers on a plant are genetically identical. But from ecological point of view, the botanists consider it as cross-pollination. Let's see diagram of autogamy and geitonogamy. In autogamy, pollen grains are transferred from an anther to the stigma of the same flower. These are pollen grain, and it is the stigma part. Means it is bisexual flower. In this, pollen grains of same flower transfer on its stigma. It means pollination occurs in same flower on a same plant, but in Geitonogamy, pollen grains of a flower are transferred to stigma of a different flower. This condition is known as Geitonogamy. Now, adaptations and contrivances for self-pollination. For self-pollination, following adaptations are found in plants. First, bisexuality. Second, homogamy. Third, cleistogamy. Now, first adaptation for self-pollination is bisexuality. Bisexuality means flowers should be bisexual for self-pollination. Means when flower is bisexual, means it have both sex organs in a same flower or hermaphrodite, then self-pollination take place. For example, pea plant. In pea plant, both sex organs are present. Second condition for self-pollination is homogamy. When both sex organs of a flower mature at the same time, it means anther and stigma part of a flower mature at the same time, then it is called homogamy. Anther and carpels maturation time should be same, then self-pollination take place. At the time of dehiscence of pollen sac, stigma is receptive so that there is 100% chance of successful self-pollination. For example, Mirabilis gelapa, 4 o'clock plant flowers, and Catharinthus. Now, third adaptation for self-pollination is cleistogamy. It is important term. Flowers of some plants never open and they remain always closed. This is called cleistogamy condition. For example, in willow plant flowers and Commelina, then cross pollination cannot occur because flower is closed. Then pollen grains are transferred to stigma in closed flower. They cannot release outside from the flower. Now, second type of pollination is cross pollination. When pollen grains are transferred to stigma of the flower on different plant of same species, it is called cross pollination or allogamy. Cross pollination can occur only with the help of external agent called pollinating agent, such as by wind, by water, by insect, by birds, by bait, etc. And it is of two types, xenogamy and hybridism. Now, first type of cross-pollination is xenogamy, when pollen grains of a flower are transferred to stigma of a different flower on a different plant of same species. This is called xenogamy. Second type, hybridism, when pollen grains of a flower are transferred to stigma of a flower of a plant of different species. This is called hybridism. When two different species cross each other, then hybrid species are formed. Now, adaptations for cross-pollination. For cross-pollination, following adaptations are found in plants. First, unisexuality. Second, incompatibility or self-sterility. Third, dichogamy. Fourth, hercogamy. And fifth, heterostyle. Firstly, we will talk about the unisexuality. In unisexual flower, only cross-pollination take place, not self-pollination. So, in unisexual flowers, stamens and carpels are found in different flower, and it can be of two types. First, monoecious, and second, dioecious. First type, monoecious, when male and female flowers are born on the same plant. It means a same plant body have male and female flower. This condition is called as monoecious. For example, in maize plant and in castor, arundi. In maize plant, male and female flowers are located on the same plant. Second, dioecious, when male and female flowers are born on different plants. This condition is called dioecious. For example, in papaya and cannabis sativa, male and female flowers are located on different plants. Then there is only cross-pollination, not self-pollination. Now, second adaptation for cross-pollination is dichogamy, when in a bisexual flower, anther and stigma do not mature at the same time. Means, in many hermaphrodite or bisexual flowers, stamens and carpels of a flower do not mature at the same time, so that self-pollination is inhibited, and this type of bisexual flowers only cross-pollination take place. Dichogamy is of two types. First, protandry, and second, protogyne. First type of dichogamy is protandry, The anthers of a flower mature earlier than carpels. It means when anther mature earlier than stigma or carpels, called protandry. And this type of cross-pollination condition is found in sunflower, Phoenicum vulgare means swamp, Tegetes, jasmine and salvia plants. Second type of dichogamy is protogyny. When stigma mature earlier than anther in a bisexual flower, then only cross-pollination take place. It is called protogyny. For example, in Miscelia plant and Ficus bengalensis, banyan tree, only cross-pollination take place because maturation of stigma earlier than anther in a bisexual flower. So only cross-pollination happen. Now, third adaptation for cross-pollination is self-sterility or incompatibility. In this condition, the pollen grains of the same flower cannot fertilize their own ovules even though there are favorable conditions. It means in a bisexual flower, favorable conditions for pollination is found, but pollen grains of the same flower cannot germinate on the stigma of same flower due to sterile genes. So, in this case only cross-pollination take place, not self-pollination. For example, in potato flower, Vitis faba, grapes flower, petunia flower and tobacco plant flower. These all have bisexual flower, but due to sterile genes, there is only cross-pollination occurs. Now, fourth adaptation for cross-pollination is hercogamy. In some homogeneous flowers, there are some adaptations due to which self-pollination cannot occur. So, there are mechanical devices that prevent self-pollination. These adaptations are as follows. For example, in Caryophyllaceous flowers, the stigma projects beyond the stamens so that pollen grains do not fall on it. स्टिग्मा पार्ट स्टेमन्स के पीछे आ जाता है, इसकी वजह से पोलन ग्रेन्स स्टिग्मा के ऊपर फॉलिंग नहीं कर सकते. सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल, इन ग्लोरियोसा प्लांट dehiscence of anther at a distance so that stigma is out of reach to its receive on pollen grains, then in this case only cross pollination take place. And other example is in Calotropis plant and pansy. Now, fifth adaptation for cross pollination is heterostyly. The flowers may be of two or more types with regard to the length of the style and length of stamens. Hence, pollen grains from a flower cannot bring about effective pollination in flower of its own type. Means In these conditions, flowers have different type of height of style and stamens. Then only cross pollination take place. For example, in Primula plant flower,